internet, what's up? My name is Gabby. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, like I said, my name is Gabby. I don't really know how to start this intro. I am a self-junkie, productivity nerd, and I love getting things done. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are so distracted. It's so hard to stay productive and focus on what you have to get done. So I wanted to share these tips to hopefully help you get whatever you need to get done in 2021. I hope that you reach whatever you set your mind to, and I hope that you reach all your resolutions. These tips that I'm about to share with you guys have helped me throughout last year, and yeah, let's just get started. The first tip that I want to share with you guys is getting into the habit of writing things down. We think that our brain can handle it all up here, but I promise you, if you're thinking about an idea right now, you're probably not gonna remember 10 minutes from now. You're not gonna remember what you were thinking about. When I write things down, I feel like I am visualizing what I need to get done. I'm preparing for the task, and I don't have a lot of thinking to do. The other cool thing about putting things down on paper is that sometimes we have a lot in our mind and we don't even realize it. So when you're writing things down, it kind of helps get everything into place and it helps you plan, so you're not thinking of what you have to do next. You kind of just write things down, visualize, and get to the point. I started with bullet journaling and then just moved on to writing the top 3 priority tasks for the day. So it kind of varies depending on the project that I have at hand. I do like to write on paper. I have a journal, I have a planner, and that's just me personally. It helps me gather my ideas better in a way. So practice writing things down. It's a life changer when you're trying to be productive in a day. Whether it's just 3 big bullet points or a to-do list, it's kind of also really satisfying when you check off a to-do list. It makes me feel really good at the end of the day. So yeah, write things down, and I promise you, you'll be more productive when you actually have things visually of what you have to get done. So like many of you, I also have 2021 goals and resolutions, and I'm sure everyone is trying to accomplish their goals this year, and I hope that everyone does. My one advice with goal setting is to follow up with an action plan. And this could be a short-term action plan, like a weekly plan, or a 6-month or a yearly action plan. Once again, we come back to writing and putting things down on paper so we visualize them. It's very important that we get as detailed as possible on what we have to do exactly in order to reach our goals. You're probably wondering, why the heck am I going to write down, let's say your goal is to lose weight. I'm going to meal prep every week. So it's like having a path, right? If you don't know where this trail is going and you have a map of where to actually go, you're gonna reach whatever mountain or peak or the end of the trail, wherever you're meant to go. If you don't have any directions, you're probably gonna get lost in this little forest and aimlessly walk for hours. And time is money, time is pressure. Time is something that I really value. So for me personally, I have a 6-month action plan for 2021. And what I like to do is I like to break it down to the detail. So I have my big 6 or 7 goals for the year or half the year, whatever you want to call it. Second part after writing my goals down on this Google Doc is the how. So I ask myself, how am I going to get there? It might seem so silly to write these things down, but sometimes we don't really think about them. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on my action plan, but it's very, very specific, honestly. So my next tip is create good habits. By doing an audit on your habits, and I call it audit because I used to work in accounting. I don't know what else to call it. Look and see what you're doing, where you're spending the most time. Is that really what you wanna be doing? That's the question that I always ask myself, and it always brings me back if I am distracted. Because of quarantine last year in 2020, I was able to create great new habits that I'm thankful for now. It's the small habits that eventually add up to big things. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So the yin and the yang, right? Where there's good, there is bad. Obviously, we're human beings, we're not perfect, and we have bad habits. We have those things that give us a detour from wherever we're trying to go. Like I said, doing a little audit and seeing where your time is spent is super important. For me, to give you guys a little bit of an example, when I came back from my trip from Mexico last year, I was really focused on trying to get these 2 projects done, and I did in 2 months. it was in my head for the past 2 years and I couldn't get them done. So whenever I kind of just looked back and reflected on where my time was being spent, it just came down to one thing. It was social media for me. I was on my phone constantly on Instagram, and I was just scrolling and spending a lot of time on it. Habits are so important in your life, and it takes a while to actually automate these habits and do them without them feeling like we're being forced to do them, if that makes sense. So if you're watching this video, I ask you to do a little audit or a little scorecard. I'm reading Atomic Habits, and this is by, I forget the author listed up here, I'm so bad with names, but he pretty much just says what I said before. Like the audit, you list all your good habits and bad habits and rate a plus, a minus, or I think it's a 0. And the last one that I have for you guys today is to take a break. We are humans, we get tired, we need distraction, we need fun, we need to relax this thing right here because it's going 1,000,000 miles per hour and we don't even realize it. So take a break, meditate, go outside, take a walk. One great thing about 2020 was that I was able to work from home, and I developed this midday walk, 20-minute, 30-minute, 40-minute walk, sometimes an hour, and it was such a great break to have. When you take a break, your mind will function better, you'll have a clearer head, and you'll be able to be more productive. And I feel like sometimes we don't take breaks because we're trying to be go, go, go all the time, but it doesn't have to be like that. Take a break and be easy on yourself, because it's not a race and we're not going against anyone, it's you against yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, come back next week. I'll be uploading once a week, so nice to meet you. If you're new, come say hi. Let me know down below some of your good habits and bad habits.